We have to work late tonight.
Madam, what I do, the radiator as well do, and it has for the compressor and carburetor.
When will you get
So first, I'm asking you guys about the Google. Well, let's talk about the Google story. What else? Yeah, what do you think
I
about
want
that?
to be worrying about is making payments. That's why I use QuickTeller for paying bills, sending money, buying airtime.
They're facing that it shouldn't be helping the military, but can you help it? Is it inevitable that Google should not be assisting the military in war?
Made easy. As a dad, I have so
Okay, we're joining.
worries.
The US military now, Project Maven is what they were doing. They're using artificial intelligence to guide missiles for their targets. So they're saying it to affect Google's brand by helping the US military. We're going
I
on.
need to tell you something.
Mr. Man, your rent is due. And the last thing I want to be worrying about is making payments. That's why I use QuickTeller. Making payments to worry about with Quick Calm or Down. Day payments made easy. I have a confession to make, kids. I am not your real dad. What? Just joking.
With critical focus on the Nigerian economy, we
Lagos, good morning. It is Business Express on Smooth 98.1. It is a Tech Friday. You know the drill. Do send in your messages 0809 444 0981 on WhatsApp. You can also hit us up on Twitter at Smooth 981 FM. Sending your messages. I have my usual crew, Taiwo and Fisayo. Good morning. They've been laughing at me before we're setting up, asking me whether I know what I'm doing. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Lagos.
Welcome. Okay, real quick. Market was up yesterday, 0.3%. Market cap 14.7 trillion naira. Year to date, we're up by 6.8%. 21 gainers, 22 losers. Prestige Assurance was the top gainer yesterday. GlaxoSmithKline was the top loser. We're at 362 naira to the dollar. Gentlemen, you heard the news headlines. Google employees are saying that Google should not be involved in war. They wrote an open letter to their CEO saying that they should scrap Project Maven. Project Maven is a project that the US government, or rather Google, is using to assist, using artificial intelligence to assist the US government in laser guided missiles for targets. So they're using AI for the missiles to be able to find the targets. They're saying that it's going to affect Google's brand. What do you think? Is this something that's inevitable, that technology will assist militaries in being able to execute their operations? I mean, look at Nigeria with all our own project this and project that. What do you guys think, Taiwo?
Well, I think the first thing we need to go back is that the internet was actually started by the military, the US military. That's the first thing. So most of the advances in technology that we see today either started from the military or the space exploration project and so on and so forth. So that's the first thing, putting it into context. Two, if Google doesn't do it, somebody else will. Three, maybe Google should float another company that just focuses on those projects.
Right.
Four, they're in business to make profit, so if this is another revenue stream for them, and it doesn't mean it's got to be restricted to the US government. It could be the pilot, and they could do with other governments as well. I think they're just sentiments, because people are always averse to war and so on and so forth. But the reality we live in, of the world we live in today, is that people fear America not just because they have the large landmass or because of their name. They fear America. That's the truth.
That's the fact. Fisai, what do you think?
I agree with the last speaker.
That's all you have to say. Lagos, we're streaming live on YouTube, www.youtube.com/smooth91 FM Lagos. Are you guys going to wave to the camera? Are you guys going to wave? Okay, Fisai is doing the peace sign. I was doing the peace sign. Excellent stuff. Okay, video games. Nigeria's Chop Up secures worldwide distribution deal. Nigerian gaming startup Chop Up has secured a partnership with US-based mobile game publisher GameMine for its Africa-themed games to be distributed worldwide. They were launched in 2012 in Nigeria. Chop Up is a mobile gaming company developing locally relevant games with an African narrative. So I guess maybe the video games have chewing sticks and people are in the villages and praying to spirits and stuff like that.
African?
That's the African narrative now. The whole Chewing sticks, we invented them here. Anyway, moving on. With the games allowing users to interact based on in-game achievements. So their subscriber base, chop-up subscriber base is currently 700,000, but under the new arrangement with GameMine, they will be able to spread to the subscriber base could possibly go into the millions. So, what do you think about the partnership?
I'm struggling to understand the nature of the partnership.
Yeah.
The internet is open to everybody. Google Play Store is open to everybody. So, except maybe GameMine has its own, closed pool of potential subscribers.
Okay.
I don't see how it's going to help in any way. But again, the long-term sustainability of a gaming company is the ability to produce consistently good quality games that will go viral. Partnership is good on
Yes, now it's like if you are producing juice and you have a chance to put your juice on display in a store that reaches millions of people. It's almost the same thing.
Google
now.
Play Store is that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
So inside the agreement, I think it's good. We're getting our games out there, but I think the real opportunities are actually here locally. How do we get people to get involved in gaming? Gaming is a very big thing. I personally have certain have a few projects I'm working on around that. For the country, and I've been involved in a few in the past as well. But it's important to note that it's not just about having that reach over there. Maybe they're looking at it and saying, oh, maybe they can get in some more income. I mean, 700,000 subscribers. How many of them are active? How much money do they make from the subscribers?
Right.
And so on and so forth like that. What kind of following do their games have, and so on and so forth. There are some critical questions, but I guess GameMan has looked at it and said, okay, well, maybe these guys have some kind of, they have something that we can leverage in that sense. And this is not the first of their partnerships they've done with Vodacom and Orange.
Yeah, exactly.
In other parts of Africa as well.
Good stuff. Do you guys know Tyler Blevin? You guys heard of him? He's the kid that he makes $500,000 a month playing Fortnite on a platform called Twitch. Drake tweeted him saying, "I'm playing Fortnite with the ninja." He's a white boy. He makes a lot of money. So gaming is, you never know. So you guys out there, you could be the next
$100 billion industry.
Huge industry.
And mobile gaming in 2016
Yeah.
in Nigeria.
Yeah. Massive.
Raked $26 million.
Look at that. Look at that. All right. Uber. Fisaya, your article in Nairametrics. Uber fire sale. Can Oga Taxi benefit? Help us out with this article that you wrote in Nairametrics. What were you looking at here?
Okay, so basically it's just looking at how Uber over the last few years been strategically retreating from certain markets, right? So from China with Didi, to Russia with Yandex, to what's it called? Everywhere, Southeast Asia with Grab, selling its local subsidiaries to some of these local competitors because the competition is fierce. And then again, for me, I think the biggest problem with that sector is that the major point of competition is price. So once you continue to compete on price, you would eat into your own margin and you become less profitable. So I think it's just better for Uber to sell off those stakes and then have just one dominant player, and then they can charge the price that I think they should. So the article came up when SoftBank was trying to lead a potential merger between Ola in India and Uber India, because SoftBank is an investor in both. And then the same SoftBank, with the second side of his mouth, at not eating his disdain for the African market, saying that Uber should just shut the African business down because it's a cost center as far as they're concerned.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at how potentially Uber can retreat from Africa. So who can Uber sell its African business to potentially? So from research, we found out that they're in Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, South Africa. So looking at all of these individual countries to find out, is there any local player that can potentially benefit from this Uber sale? Well, in Nigeria, yes, maybe Oga Taxi. So I was.
You think Oga Taxi does Oga Taxi have the capacity to purchase those assets?
So that's what I was checking out.
There is no assets.
So trying to research into it, right? Then I found out strangely that in South Africa, rather than those guys to build their own local companies, they are instead fighting Uber taxis, right? Like burning up their cars and all of those things, because they are quite violent. I don't understand that it can be against Africa. So that's
another story.
Kenya with little, they're meant to be in Nigeria by now, but it seems the thing is not going on well. That's Safaricom's business. Nigeria, yeah, okay, so Go My Way shut down, Oga Taxi, Easy Taxi never catch on. Oga Taxi barely alive. So as much as I try to look at all of this market that Uber operates, the only constant feature there is Taxify.
Okay.
So eventually I found out that, I believe it's Taxify that probably benefit from the Uber sale, because they're the only ones. And unfortunately, Taxify is not African.
Right, it's Estonian,
it's
isn't it?
Estonian, yeah, so it's Eastern European, basically. So it's just talking about how Africa doesn't seem to have any
potential buyers.
Yeah,
Tyler, what do you think?
I mean, the Uber business model has always been very risky, to be honest. Fact that they don't really own any assets and they operate a very lean model, it could be good, but in their own business, it's also a risk because they rely too much on third party. For example, the drivers, the partners who own the cars. In some cases, they're drivers as well. In that instance, which means you don't have full control over what happens. So you can control pricing, you can control a few other things there, but in terms of quality of service, you really don't have full control over that in itself. And I think that that's the biggest challenge in itself. That not necessarily even from a pricing standpoint, because the pricing comes from what it costs to deliver that service. And so if Uber is sat in the US, and they're billing everybody and running those operations there, the overheads might be huge because they're paying in dollars and stuff there. But if they were able to, what's their staff strength here? A lot of the guys work, they don't, what's the staff strength here? And I said, what kind of investments have they made here? Nothing really. So if they pull out today, that's the end. The business code. There's nothing there. They're not even selling to anybody. There's nobody that's going to buy anything from anybody in that sense. Everybody just flips over to Taxify, who are the likely guys there. But I also think that there's a big opportunity locally for local players who are able to sit down and strategize. It's beyond the tech, which is one of the things I always say. This thing's beyond the technology. There's a business behind it, and it's really just about connecting people
to the rides.
Yeah, door to door, getting people, moving people around. That's what the real business is. The tech is just an enabler to ensure that you're able to do it in an efficient way, in a cost-efficient way, and you can create more demand and deliver the service as well.
Good stuff. All right. Let's see here. Well, we've only got about a minute. Why no bank is going to acquire your fintech startup? Tyro, why did you like this story?
Well, because it's a reality. Truth is that large established corporates struggle to innovate, but when they see a startup or a new idea, a new business, they want to incorporate into their business. Then the first thing check comes: what is CBN saying? What is the SEC saying? Whatever the regulator is in the industry? And that becomes a challenge for everybody to be able to make sense of it. So in the end, they will struggle to be able to assimilate these startups, and they would rather rely on them for the ideas, for the innovative solutions they produce or they deliver. So it's more of like a partnership arrangement or some kind of acceleration program to say, look, we have this challenge, how can you guys help us do this, and so on and so forth. So the guys bring on the fresh ideas and they're able to do that. In any case, the banking model as we know it is phasing out.
Right. Good stuff. Daniel says Uber failed to regulate the relations between drivers and partners, and it has cost them in Nigeria. That's Daniel on WhatsApp. Guys, that's all the time that we have. Appreciate you coming in for Tech Friday, Taiwo and Fisayo. Lagos, keep it locked on Smooth 98.1. Up next is Muyiwa Afolabi with Frankly Speaking.
98.1.
It's making the economy work and grow even faster.
In collaboration with Quick Teller.
What about first request?
6:45 a.m.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks.
Quick Teller. Everyday payments.